At this Miami-based advertising agency, the mantra is stay till it's done and start over if it's not brilliant. Here at Crispin, Porter & Bogusky, it is the work that matters most.
People there all night and day, they're not here because anyone asked them to be here. They're here because they've sort of signed up for this cult-like feeling of, I'm around something different, I'm part of building something that maybe hadn't been done before.
They're known for developing work that makes people wonder, and they're no strangers to controversy. Playing it safe, they say, just doesn't cut it in this business.
We have built an agency, some intentionally, some by default, that is appropriate for building brands today. The onus is on us to produce content that they want to interact with, not have to interact with. Very different distinction.
In this digital age where messages are constantly delivered on phones, computers, and digital billboards, they believe that anything is an opportunity for an ad. They are really experts at truly integrated marketing communications. When CP&B was approached by the state of Florida to create an anti-tobacco campaign for youth, instead of coming up with a just say no type of message, they dug deeper and really saw a way to reinvent social marketing to get the youth of America to participate because they wanted to, not because they were being told to.
What we gave them was a chance to rebel against something else, and that became the tobacco company, to rebel against the man that was, trying to force you to smoke tobacco. And it became a very, very different type of campaign than had ever existed before.
Different and controversial. CP&B helped to create a brand for the cause.
We literally invented a brand from the ether. Just gave it a name, gave it a reason to be, and we had money, but that's all we had.
What they invented in partnership with the American Legacy Foundation, Arnold Worldwide, and other agencies was Truth, a campaign that was built by using both traditional and non-traditional communication channels, carefully integrated for maximum impact. The messaging was raw, in your face, and very public.
We would call companies and say, we want to buy a side of a mailbox, a garbage can, a curb, put an oversized phone booth in an airport. All kinds of weird things that people said, well, we don't really sell that. That doesn't really exist.
The partnership created events, held rallies, and produced millions of dollars of gear and apparel for the new brand.
We wanted people to be able to say, hey, I'm a part of this brand, and so we produced, lots and lots of apparel, which is not traditionally thought of as advertising.
This non-traditional advertising approach went beyond apparel. The creative agency partnership also created some unique television spots for the brand, keeping in mind that the type of message they were crafting would in turn result in a huge amount of public relations. One ad featured 1,200 body bags being piled up in front of a tobacco company in New York City.
There's a credibility with PR that doesn't exist with advertising. So the filming of body bags, in the filming of body bags, we said, here's an opportunity to do something. We're going to produce a commercial, but let's also produce a really substantial PR event.
And it was a huge PR event. As it turns out, the ad was banned by the networks, which in turn ran a lot of stories on the commercial, creating a whole new web of unintentional advertising.
It really revealed to us, too, the power not just of producing an ad, but thinking about the power of how you use advertising to generate PR.
The research that CP&B took part in back in the late 90s for the Truth campaign really prepared them for the changing world that was to come. They were watching the 10 to 12-year-old focus groups, playing with their video games, watching TV, and then talking on their cell phones, literally toggling back and forth between mediums. That's when they realized that they had to do more than just force television messaging upon them. It was a seminal learning moment for the agency that really changed their approach to advertising.
We couldn't just put commercials on television and count on the fact that we could interrupt through just paying for a 30-second commercial. Starting with Truth, our definition of what is advertising really grew. Is it a website? Is it apparel? Is it an event that happens in your community? And then so our definition grew because of that.
The campaign for Truth was all of these skillfully integrated to deliver a powerful message, and it was an astounding success. According to the American Journal of Public Health, a 22% decline in youth smoking during the year 2000 through 2002 was directly attributable to the campaign. Since Truth, CP&B has been building brands with well-known companies like Burger King, Nike, Coca-Cola, and Volkswagen. And they say it's not just about the flashy spots you remember on TV. Their process is all about understanding customers' problems first and then looking at various media for answers.